I help you today?
I'm having some issues with my family, not my whole family, but just a few members of my family that don't trust my opinion when it comes to children, like how to raise children. They think because I don't have any children of my own that I don't know anything about children and I shouldn't give people advice. Other members of our family, who have asked me for advice, they don't think that I should be giving them advice because I don't have kids of my own.
So you feel offended because your family is not taking your advice because you don't have any children?
Offended, it's a good word. I do feel offended. I feel like I've worked really hard for my education. I have a master's degree in teaching. I have multiple years of experience with children. It's not just, my own children raised my way. I've dealt with other people's kids raised many different ways and had to deal with all of them in different ways. And I just feel like they should be able to trust my opinion.
So you feel knowledgeable because you've received that education to give that advice?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not, doctorate level or anything like that. I, don't have multiple years of, education experience anyway, but I have the life experience. I helped raise my two nieces and their brother, and I was there for them when their mother couldn't be, and that's the one who's always, asking me what to do about the girls now that they're 12, they're twins. And then I have my other niece out in California who is, basically coming around behind me and telling her, don't ask her for advice, because she doesn't know what she's talking about.
So you feel frustrated because your niece is undermining your advice?
Exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah, it's very frustrating. I'm just not sure. I've often thought maybe she was jealous, but I don't know why she would be. I mean, she has a pretty good life. She's raised two girls of her own, and they're grown now and doing great things. And but yeah, I just wish that she would just, love me for me and, kind of recognize that I do know what I'm talking about.
So you feel rejected because she doesn't understand where you're coming from?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like our relationship has changed because of it. What's funny is she's kind of, not anymore because we've talked it out, but my other niece, her cousin who also lives in California, she turned her against me. Basically calling me a spoiled brat and telling her all these things that just weren't true. And once I found out about it and my other niece found out about it, we've talked and now we're closer, but she doesn't understand why she was going around telling people those things too. Also telling her the same thing about how I don't know anything about kids or even about marriages, which I'll admit I'm not an expert on marriages, but I do know about relationships. I've been in them, and sometimes it's kind of helpful to see from the outside. So I'm just, it's just frustrating. I would just like to be accepted for who I am and what I've done.
So you feel confused because you don't understand why she's saying that to your relatives?
Right. I mean, why would a family member like that, someone who's close, we were raised together, she used to live here, now she's in California, we used to be really close. Suddenly, she just doesn't want to have anything to do with me, or even my mother anymore, who was the best grandmother she ever had. And so we're, I just feel like we're really growing apart, and it's just, Yeah, it's frustrating.
Yes. So you feel a little angry because it's affecting your family.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And that's something, talking about my family, that's something we could definitely talk about next time. I would really appreciate it if we could talk about that whole situation next time.